Welcome to Healing Through Dentistry podcast,
where we redefine health, wellness, and the power of your smile.
We're your hosts,
Hana
and Eva, twin sisters, qualified dentists and medical doctors.
This is more than a dental podcast.
It's a journey into profound connection between oral health and whole body healing.
Through personal stories, inspiring client transformations, and expert insights,
we explore how dentistry can ignite energy, relieve chronic pain, and transform lives.
Get ready to discover the extraordinary ways your smile can heal, inside and out.
Let's begin. Welcome to Healing Through Dentistry. Hana is on the go. She's going to a hot yoga in the winter time, and I'm at home about to go cooking. And we would love to inspire you with what we eat and how we supplement and what we basically do every day.
Amazing. So we started to talk about earlier today about what we do over the Christmas time, whether what we eat, how do we support our bodies, and what we supplement as well. I was asking you, do you actually do supplements? Because you know how sometimes the Christmas time and holidays can be. And you were saying, of course I do. If I don't do anything, some days I definitely, at least in the morning, have my amino acids and collagen, and then your magnesium and zinc and vitamin D during the day, and magnesium and zinc in the evening, right, Eva? So maybe we'll just talk about that, because people might be interested about what we supplement with. And
I will share my routine in the morning, but it changes time to time. So I'll just inspire you guys by what I'm doing right now. And, it varies if I go to work or if I am staying at home, because I have a little bit more time when I'm staying at home and I add celery juice. So I start my day with a glass of lemon. So juice of lemon and water. And then I have a glass of water.
Can I jump in? Do you have it warm or cold? Because that's what people oftentimes ask. And I wasn't sure at the beginning, years ago, before I started to, or when I started to drink it.
The lemon water, I'm inspired by Anthony William. And it's cold water. He says everything is like room temperature. You're not warming anything. And then I'm inspired by Gary Brecka, and he is adding a sea salt to his water. So basically, I know that I'm not going to drink that much at work, which I'm working on. So I drink in the morning 3 glasses of liquid, which is the lemon juice. Then it's water with salt, and then amino acids with collagen and vitamin C. We use the brand of soups from Germany, and it's part of our protocol we recommend to our clients as well. So, and this is when I'm at home. When I stay at home, I add celery juice, because if you didn't guys go through Anthony William, because we have lots of clients who are inspired by him, and because he has transformational stories on his Instagram and online. The celery juice is interesting and fascinating by that it's a herb. And the celery has special clusters of minerals.
Calcium, right?
And calcium, which is similar to what thyroid gland needs. So we're supporting a lot our thyroid gland. And I have to say that it's one of the maybe mysterious drink for many people, but it heals profoundly. So celery juice is on my daily routine if I'm at home, because I use juicer for that. And you should drink it fresh. And I always remove the celery from the fridge the night before, because I like to have it room temperature.
Yeah, so it's not cold. That's a good tip, actually, Eva.
Yeah. And then the vitamin D, and then my supplements are at the end of the day. So I do only twice a day, because I know that I wouldn't follow 3 times a day. However, I have a hack that I have some at work. So omega-3. I have at work, so I am having the omega-3 at work. So
yeah, Eva, that's great. Sorry to jump in, but like, if some people are not happy to take supplements 3 times a day, it's okay. to take it better in the morning rather than everything in the evening. So in the morning, most of them are good. Magnesium is better in the evening, but there are different opinions about that as well. So I wouldn't just like, torture myself to, I just need to be on a schedule and do it, like take it 3 times a day in the same time, because it's impossible. But if you prefer to take them once a day, then I would just say in the morning with the breakfast is the best. Like especially vitamin D, it's great to eat with something fatty like eggs or avocados or some fatty stuff, because seeds, because it's the fat soluble vitamin and it needs fat, right? So it is better to eat something like that with vitamin D, with your vitamin D. And D is always a friend with K2, right? So D3 and K2 needs to be together, and magnesium triplets, so that the vitamin D actually gets into the cell. Yeah, so in the morning, you said, Eva, you do amino acids and collagen, right? After the water, after the celery juice. And why is that?
Well, because basically we need the body in healing process or repair needs protein, and amino acids are the building stones of protein. So basically the parts
Small
of protein.
chains. Yes.
And lots of people, they don't eat meat, so they have to be also aware of adding all the amino acids into their diet. So I think it's fabulous. You drink it in the morning. I know it's becoming
A chore.
it's not real food, but I believe there is no way back. The soil is depleted, and the minerals and the vitamins, they're depleted from the soil, and they're depleted from the food it grows from that soil. So
but same time, Eva, I usually, that's true, but same time you can just have a look around. I can see it on our friends, on our people we know, people who are over 40 and close to 50 and do not supplement and do not care about themselves much. They are aging. The hair is gray, and you can see the skin is getting older. In the contrary, if you see people who do supplement and who do care about themselves more, it's such a difference. So we were just having a big gathering, and I just realized that even more again, because there was about 300 people. So I was like, okay. And all sportsmen, or most of them sportsmen, and you can see on people who actually do care about nutrition, do care about supplementation, do care about self-care, they're actually better off, in my eyes.
So true, Hannah, because the sport is high demand on supplement and protein, so it's a stress for the body. It is a stress.
High demand of vitamin,
high
minerals,
demand of protein, vitamin, minerals. And on the other hand, I feel that we need to talk about it and the contrast, because then more people would say, okay, what does he do or what does she do? I don't do. And I'd like to do also, because they feel good and I don't feel good. Because we have friends and people we know who are starting to take medication like statins for cholesterol or high blood pressure medication. And I think it's not right. And I feel like, it's good to share stories, like you have tools how to approach these. Instead of taking the medications, you can start being and caring about yourself, being mindful and do the breath work and do the meditation or walk in the woods and start eating clean and real food and supplement
and sleep.
A majority and sleep and sleep and sleep and sleep, and majority of people, they would be without symptoms and they would not be taking the medication.
Yeah, that's right. Can I just share, Eva? There was this outdoor festival, and part of the festival there was a presentation by a doctor, a neurologist, a specialist for like sleeping disorders. And he was sharing one of this, like everyone asked, like, how many hours should I sleep? And it was interesting because he said there were so many researches they do on sportsmen. There was, I think, some basketball team and All Blacks, like a rugby team in New Zealand. I remember that they deprived them of sleep. They let them not sleep for 30 hours, and then they measure their, data, muscle and, glycogen and how focused they were. And it was terrible. So, and then vice versa, they let them sleep for 8 hours and for 10 hours. And if they slept 10 hours, it was incredible achievements. They were faster, they were more focused, the result was much better. So I remember the only number I remember like very well from the presentation was 10 hours 25. So 10 and a half hours, basically, we should all sleep in order to have amazing results. So it wasn't 8, it wasn't 7, it was 10 hours sleep. And I agree. I agree, because we all know when we are tired, especially you and me, Eva, we get grumpy. So,
Yeah,
and, weaker. So it is really important to sleep.
I add to it the thing that from the biohacking field, that the most important hack, which is for free, is to go to bed the same time and wake up the same time. And it wasn't not much about the length, but about consistency, and that you can really develop very good and
it's true.
quality
And
of the sleep.
this sleep doctor was sharing like 10 sleeping hygiene rules, but maybe we can.
Yes, Hannah, it was quite interesting about the sleeping, and you can share in a next episode or in future.
So I would just maybe summarize, Eva,
we would just wrap
the
it up,
proteins.
and
We just wrap it up because my signal isn't amazing. So I would just like people to know how much protein we recommend to eat, especially in a healing or, a high demand energy times, which means like sports or stress or the surgery, or healing. So we do recommend 2 grams per kilogram of ideal weight. So if I'm like 50 kilos, I should eat at least 100 grams of protein a day. But if I'm exercising, maybe even 20% more. That's really important. That's why you were sharing the amino acids in the morning, right? And
yes, it's all about the protein. Also, basically, especially when the kids are sick, we would recommend to eat protein, bigger income of protein, well, in order for them to heal. So this amino acid. So I think that's the basic rule for anybody all around.
And then vitamin D, vitamin C, omega-3. We're always big in our protocols on levels of vitamin D, because that's kind of the very, basis you need to honor yourself with. So for healing, we recommend the levels in between 150 and 200 nanomoles. So we do actually suggest people to have their blood tested for vitamin D levels, because it's really important. Almost everyone is very surprised from our clients how they, when they measure the vitamin D levels for the first time, how they are not doing well. So it's like a great marker when you just test yourself. I recommend to everyone to test themselves just to see how they stand. And then, if you see your levels, what you measure, you can, improve. And a lot of people, even when they haven't been in a healing phase, they improved. Like I remember Eva, our nurse, she stopped having anxieties. She started to sleep better. She started to not cramping because she runs to work only just by adding more vitamin D and more magnesium in her case. So it's really important. And maybe let's just talk about vitamin C, because that's like C, D, zinc. There are like the biggest ones. And C, we're big on vitamin C as well. In our protocols, we use high amounts of vitamin C in combination with other minerals before the surgery, in the day of surgery, after surgery. But I wanted to share, Eva, a few weeks ago when, I don't know, for whatever reason, I can't remember, but I was feeling that something's trying to get me. So I was kind of weak. And so I was like, well, what should I do? And I was supplementing, and I was like, well, why can I not have my infusion as well? And I had infusion, and it really, really helped me so much that I could have done some, I think I was about to go skiing or something. So I could actually go, and it was like strong and energetic to do so, because my immune system was back. or I was,
Yeah.
feeling well.
The intravenous infusions are amazing and they are so good. But I would just also add towards vitamin C that lots of people, they think that the juice of orange is great source of vitamin C. And in contrary, it's not. It's full of sugar, so it's not the best source of vitamin C.
That's right.
But what
Good
it
point.
is in our climate is plums. So plums, they have much more of vitamin C than orange. So we should kind of switch. I think it's hard because our moms and our friends and
generations
the
and generations.
society, the generation, they like to offer you a fresh orange juice, but it's full of sugar, so not good. We just switch it for plums this season and
Or supplements or infusion if you can get one, if you feel like you need one. Okay, Eva, I think I am about to go to have a hot yoga. It's really cold here today. It's like -5. So I'm just I'm looking forward to
it's spring weather here in
it.
South Moravia, so it's more like springtime. But
like spring,
anyways,
not Christmas
we're
time.
4 hours away, not far, so probably it's coming here.
Yeah, it's
so
coming.
I'm going
It's
to
supposed
cook
to snow
the hot
tomorrow.
soup, and I love eating real food, and I think it's also important to inspire others to eat real food. So
That's
happy
right.
festive time, happy holidays, and
let's eat real food.
yes,
Even
see
in
you in
Christmas
the
time.
next episode.
Bye. Take care. Thank you,
Bye.
Eva.
Thank you for joining us on Healing Through Dentistry podcast. We hope today's conversation has inspired you to see your smile as the gateway to whole body well-being. To stay connected, visit us on our website or follow us on social media. If you enjoyed this episode, please subscribe, leave a review, and share it with someone who could benefit. Until next time, remember, healing starts with a smile. Take care, and we will see you in the next episode.